Hello and welcome back to day 9 of Google Gemini series. And in today's video, we're going to explore something which is very powerful, Google NotebookLM. So let's see why people call it as so powerful and how can we use it for different use cases. Now, if you go to notebooklm.google.com, right, then you can see this particular screen. And you have two options to either look it in the list view or box view, right? And you can also sort it with most recent or with title. So all of that is pretty straightforward. Let's go to create new and let's see what are the possibilities, right? You would add sources from here, okay, where you can upload your files, web or even drive, fast research or deep research, and you can upload files from here. You can add websites, you can put the drive links over here, right? And you could also add text-based content. Now I'll show you something. I'll upload one random image file or whatever it is, right? So let's say I upload this image. Now the reason I'm uploading that is if I go to add sources, you can see I have just uploaded one of 300 files that I can upload. Okay, right now we are in the pro plan of Google Workspace and it allows us up to 300 files, right? While even normal Google account, it allows up to 50 files, which means you can upload 50 files together and do any operations that you're going to talk about. And that's why it becomes so powerful. Okay, now let me close this. I'll also delete this. Now, if you don't want to add your own source and bring sources from web, you would also do it from here, right? Search the web for new sources. And we have two options. One is fast research and the second one is deep research. Of course, this is great for quick results and deep research is great for in-depth report and results. So let me try out something like N8N automation. Okay, and hit enter. While that's doing its job, let's quickly check what are the possibilities. We can generate audio overview of whatever sources we select. We can generate a video overview of the sources. We can generate mind map. We can generate reports. We can generate flashcards, quiz, infographics, slide deck, or even data table. Now, I love infographics from this particular platform. It is amazing. We'll test it out in a while. And with audio overview or video overview, we can actually generate it in multiple languages: Hindi, Bangla, Gujarati, Kannada. This I'm not sure what it is. Marathi. This I think is Tamil, and this is Telugu. Right? So many different Indian regional languages. Now, one of the things that we have to keep in mind, especially when you're using websites, is to add multiple URLs separate with a comma or new line. Only the visible text on the website will be imported at this time, right? It is not going to understand what is behind the links and all of that. Only visible text will be imported. Paid articles are not supported. Only the test transcript in YouTube will be imported at this time. Only public YouTube videos are supported. Recently uploaded videos may not be available to import. If upload fails, learn more for common reasons. Okay, so you have to understand that if this is behind a paid wall or something like that, then we cannot use it to import into NotebookLM as of now. Another important thing is always rename it to something meaningful so you understand which notebook was created for what purpose. So I'm going to say this as N8N automation. Pause on this video. Now let me upload a file which I just downloaded, which is about automated testing handbook, which has like 100 pages, right? So I'm just going to rename this to automated testing, and it'll understand about this entire book in few seconds. And then you can see here, Linda G. Hayes provided a comprehensive guide to implementing software test automation by balancing technical strategies with practical management advice. The handbook details various methodologies, approaches such as blah, 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 all of those details. And it has given us some questions that we can ask, like what are the primary strategic benefits and common risks of implementing automated testing? How do the capture, playback, data-driven and table-driven automation approaches differ in complexity? So you can use any of these questions. It'll be asked and then it'll start answering us from this document. It will not take any other context. It is only through this document. And you can see that it has given us a detailed answer, right? So you can also save it to note. So basically that gets added over here. Okay, so if I click on this one, it gets added over here. Okay, now this is like you give the document and you ask any questions, it'll answer for you. Now let's go ahead and create some amazing things. For example, infographics. Okay, we'll walk through all of this. Now let's see to generate a few things, right? So for example, let's say we'll begin with video overview. So if I click on this directly, then it will start generating the video overview, right? But if you click on the edit option over here, then you have the ability to change it as explainer or brief. You can choose the language. You can also choose visual style like auto select or custom or classic or whiteboard, kawaii, right? There are a few options that you can choose from. And then you can also give a prompt over here. What exactly do you want to generate, right? So now we have just clicked on it and it is automatically generating a video overview. So while this is generating, let me take you to another account and show you where we have added a lot of files. So this was when we were testing it. So you can see that we have added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 files, right? So this was using the web search. It searched for a few documents. And you can see here, from here, I can actually remove the source or rename the source. I can also click on this, which opens the source, and then it gives us some detail about it. And it also gives, the content of that particular file over here. Now, not just that, you can actually click on any of this. For example, if I click on AI workflow automation, then that will be asked as a question, like discuss AI workflow automation, and then it'll give you the results out here. Now I quickly show you what all we have generated here. So for example, this one is audio file. So let's look at the audio that was generated.
Usually when we talk about automation, we're talking about convenience. Save my email attachment to Dropbox. It's cute.
It is. It's helpful.
It's a nice little life hack.
Exactly. It's the digital assistant version of automation that saves you 5 seconds.
So you can see that two people are talking, okay, as though it is a podcasting. But now what makes it even more interesting is this interactive option, which opens like this. Okay, and I can click on play.
Usually when we talk about automation, we're talking about convenience. Save my email attachment to Dropbox. It's cute.
It is. It's helpful.
It's a nice little life hack.
Exactly. It's the digital assistant version of automation.
Now, what I'll do is I'll click on join in between and I'll ask something in between. Okay, let's check what it does. Could you explain what is the difference between Zapier and N8N?
That is a phenomenal question, and it actually hits the core of why we are diving into N8N today.
Absolutely. When people talk about the cloud in this context, they're often talking about the difference between convenience and control.
Okay, let's unpack this. Zapier and N8N or N8N are fundamentally different in how they approach hosting and data.
Zapier is exclusively a cloud service. You sign up, you log in, and all your workflows and data run on Zapier servers.
That's the convenience part. Zero maintenance, no setup hassle. You just start automating immediately.
But that means...
And there you go. So it's not just the conversion, but you can actually ask any questions in between and they both will talk as though they're answering your question. And this is so much fun, isn't it, guys? So let me just hide that. And this is the video part. Let me just open it up.
So you're looking for an automation tool, but your needs are getting, well, complicated. Let's talk NN. You know that feeling when your simple automation tools just can't keep up anymore? Just how popular is it? with over 169,000 GitHub stars. It's a top 50 project.
So wonderful, the video has got generated. Let me click on play. So it's a 8 minutes video altogether.
All right, let's dig right into it. When you hear test automation, what comes to mind? For a lot of people, it's this magic button for getting software out the door faster. But what if that's completely the wrong way to look at it? Today, we're going to tear down some of those common myths and figure out how to turn test automation from just a quick tactical fix into a real, honest-to-goodness strategic asset.
So first things first, let's talk about the problem we're even trying to solve here.
You know, the stakes in software are just incredibly...
So you can see that it has actually generated a 8 minutes video where the slides keep changing and the lady talks from behind, right? Of course, you can change the audio and all of those controls. I'll quickly show you how and where. So because it's been a long video, we will cut short and we will make it as 2 videos. And tomorrow's video, I'll walk you through all the other options that we've got with NotebookLM. So stay tuned and let's continue tomorrow. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.